What's up guys, Ryan here, and today at Leadbase I'm going to show you exactly how we built a brand and we got a client for that brand. And this is a brand that we spun up so that we could kind of show case studies and show you guys exactly how things work. And in today's video, I'm going to show you how I ran some ads and closed the deal. I'm going to show you the sales call that got me this client and how we made our first $1,000 on our test brand. So this is like a very small example of what we do every day, and we want to kind of build something on the side and just show you guys what the process looks like of getting clients, because our current lead gen agency has a lot of long-time clients. We're not really in the client acquisition phase. So we started a brand from scratch, built some ads, closed the deal. And if you want more, you want to see more behind the scenes of this brand, you can go check out our free Skool, as well as our Bootcamp if you're interested in even more, where you can see the entire case study, the profit and loss, how much money we made running this campaign. So we actually got this client, they ordered 2 orders with us of leads, and we delivered those orders and we made a profit. So if you want to see what the profit was, you got to go check out the Leadbase Skool. And so let's jump right into it, guys. I'll show you exactly what we did here. We wanted to, again, show people how it's done because our lead gen agency, we sell $100,000 plus in leads every single month. And it's kind of hard to show behind the scenes how we started that because, again, we've already done it. A lot of those campaigns that we're running are kind of running a bit on autopilot, which is really nice. But we wanted to kind of get our hands dirty here and build something from scratch. So I ran some ads that I'm going to show you. I had a few sales calls. I closed one. I have a couple more that are maybes that I'm hoping I can close as well. And I'm kind of doing this on the side, along with having a second child enter into the mix. So it's been a little crazy, and I think I dropped the ball a little bit here on the sales calls, to be honest with you, in terms of just being on top of this. So I think if you ran it, you could do even better than me. So we've got a couple different campaigns we're trying out here. First, I tried some life insurance agents lead forms. So by the way, this is a campaign to get clients, life insurance agents who want to purchase leads off of us. If you don't know anything about Leadbase, we sell leads to people. So instead of someone coming and saying, run me some ads and manage my stuff for me, I'll give you $1,000 retainer. We say, hey, leads are $30 per lead. How many leads do you want? We sell them 100 leads, for example, and that gives us, we make $3,000, and then we try and get all those 100 leads for less than $30 per lead. And hint, when you watch more behind the scenes of what we did here, we sold leads for $25 and we got them for around $8 to $10. So we made a good profit there. So if you could do the math in your head, you could figure out the profit, but there's some more nuances, more than just the calculation that I just gave you guys. So again, we're doing this for life insurance agents. I ran some tests for mortgage, for roofers. I got leads. I booked calls. I had conversations. Again, we're going to be running a lot more stuff on Leadbase that's like live campaigns that we're just testing stuff out to see what works in today's world as of March 31st when I'm filming this. Watch out for April Fools, guys. It might get you. So I started with life insurance agents lead forms. And to be honest, I ran these lead forms just to test out some new creatives, just to see what would happen. And then I had a booking link on the second page of the lead form. So they filled out the lead form, and then I said, hey, one more step, please book a call. And the calls that I had with these agents were not great. They just weren't, they're very new agents. They were looking for like free gift cards. It was like the call quality was terrible. This is the ad I'm running here. Pretty simple. Want some leads. They're good quality leads. No retainers, none of that stuff. Just pay for the leads you need. That is the type of ad that I am running. But again, that didn't really work super well. So I did a landing page one instead. So this is 11 calendar bookings for $11. So $11 per call that I had. I think 8 of them showed up, so I'm paying more like 15, but $15 to speak to a potential client is, obviously I'd pay that all day, and I think you would too, especially when their minimum order that they're going to be placing with you is around 500 to 1,000, depending on the niche you're in. In some niches, it's much higher than that. For example, mortgage and roofing, your initial order could be well over several $1,000s. Life insurance agents. So this is more of again, a booking funnel. So let's go take a look at the ad. We got the same ad as the lead form. So I tested on lead form. I figured out it was working, but not getting me quality. So I pivoted to a lander very quickly. And our lander is somewhere. They moved it above the creative now. Did you guys notice that? They change Facebook every day just for no reason, just for fun. Okay. Lander, Money Saving Scout. That's the brand, by the way. We might be changing that name. I don't know if I love it. Really simple landing page, little Loom video of me to show I'm a real human being. Schedule a demo, and they can book a demo here, book into my calendar. $11 per booking, guys. It's like it's a pretty easy ad to run. I'm giving you this for free. You can do this yourself. If you want this landing page template, we've actually built it out for Go High Level and a couple other landing page builders as well. So you can come DM me on Skool and I'll send it to you because I'm nice, guys. All right. So I booked this call. I booked several calls actually, and I'm going to be sharing all those sales calls in the Leadbase Bootcamp. But today I'm going to cut right here, and you're going to watch me close this guy. He doesn't actually close on the call, but what I'll do is I'll put some screenshots in of him saying, "Yep, let's do the orders," to kind of prove to you guys that he closed. I actually can't remember exactly where we left off on the call. I think he said like, "Okay, like sounds good. I'm gonna think about it." I didn't pressure him. I'm not like a high pressure close on this call sales type of guy, but he ended up closing anyway. So let's cut to that sales call, and then I'll jump back in here.
Right on. Well, nice to meet you over the phone here. Appreciate you jumping on a call. You're in Nova Scotia, you said, I think.
Yep,
Right on.
Bedford, which is
Bedford.
right outside of Halifax.
Gotcha. Right on. I'm the complete opposite of you, and just I'm outside of Vancouver, BC here.
Yep.
Yeah, so very opposite. I didn't even clue in when you said 1 p.m. I was like, oh, but I thought you were Eastern, but I realized are you just Pacific time? Is that what it's called over there? Like Pacific time?
Atlantic.
Or sorry, Atlantic time, my bad. Obviously. Um,
Yeah.
cool. Well, like I said, thanks for jumping on the call. Yeah, I mean, just tell me a bit about what made you want to jump on the call today. I have a little bit of information from you here about final expense leads, but yeah, tell me what you're thinking.
Well, I'm looking to acquire some final expense leads on a fairly steady basis. I have someone that I've been dealing with, but I'm not happy. So I'm looking to make a change, and I'm just basically looking around to see who can do what. That's all.
Cool.
So
If
I'm
you don't,
looking for final expense, but I'd also take term too.
okay, cool. Yeah, we do both of those. We're in the US and Canada, so we generated a lot of leads in both countries. If you don't mind me asking, what are you not happy with your current provider?
What's that?
If what makes you not happy with your current lead provider? Are the leads just not
I'm
great
not getting
quality?
I'm not getting a constant flow at all.
Oh, it's
I
the
get
flow. Okay,
some and then I don't, and it's just not. I'm just not seeing any future in it. So I'm looking to make a change.
gotcha. Do you know where those leads are generated from? Do you have any like
I
platform wise
think
or
they
online?
come. I think they come from Facebook and maybe some Google stuff. I'm not sure.
Okay, gotcha. But they are digital leads, and that's interesting that they aren't consistent. Um,
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but whatever they're doing, it's not sitting good with me. I can tell you that.
fair enough. In terms of the quality, are they half decent, or is it more just the flow of them?
Well, it's the flow. Also, if you get like 20 leads, you get maybe two or three, probably at most, uh, deals out of it, right?
Gotcha, gotcha.
So I'd
How
like to
many?
see a little better. I'd like to see a little better response than that if it's possible, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, and you'd be looking at, I think you put down 1 to 4 leads per day. Like, what would be an ideal? Let's say everything's humming along nicely. How many leads per day would be like a perfect amount for
Well,
you?
if I had 20 leads a week, for example, that would be fine.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. No, that's helpful. Thanks for that info. So I'll tell you a bit about what we do. So we've been doing lead gen for around almost 8 years now. We only do lead generation with our agency. So we're in life insurance, we're in mortgage, we're in the legal space. Um, and this is, all we do is generate leads online. So we do use maybe similar platforms to what you're familiar with, but we're using Meta, we're using Instagram, and now we more heavily rely on YouTube and Google and even some TikTok. Not as much in final expense, but for the term insurance, we do some TikTok advertising as well. But my
Right.
goal really with everything we do is to like is really always to try and get the best possible quality lead and weed out as many tire kickers as we can. So everything we do
Yeah,
with our
really, eh?
leads, yeah, I mean that's the goal because I mean I've done this for long enough to know if you just throw up an ad on Facebook and you might start getting leads in, but they're probably just people who want a free lunch or or just clicking buttons on
Well,
the internet.
tire kickers are a waste of time, right? You
Yeah,
know, that's just.
for sure.
But how do you get rid of them? Well, that's when you need to know a little more of what you're doing, right?
For sure. And yeah, so that's what we've kind of worked on over the years is really developing a system where so we get the lead on, like I said, Facebook or Instagram or Google or whatever platform it is, and then we send them to a landing page where we ask them pretty, decent, extensive amount of questions, and we even have like a video kind of explainer there that's kind of walking the lead through why they're going through this quiz, why are they actually filling this out, this survey. We ask them usually 10 to 12 questions. Um, and then at the end we ask them directly, hey, look, this is not a, insurance is not a one size fits all. You shouldn't just speak to anybody. We're going to refer you to one of our trusted partners. Do you agree? Do you want to speak to somebody? So we like to ask them a second time, do you actually want to speak to somebody? If they say yes, we then verify their phone number. So every single person that comes through one of our funnels, we verify that their phone is in their hand by sending them a text message or giving them a phone call, or if they're unable to verify their phone number, we might do their email. But we're trying to verify this is actually a real human being that wants to speak to somebody. At that
Right,
point, they become a lead if they agree to that. And then we can take it a step further and actually put your calendar or a booking calendar on the next page. And we see, you know, anywhere from 30 to 50% of those people actually book a direct appointment as well. So we're trying to get as many of those people to just book into your calendar so you don't even have to, think about them as much. You can still send them like a text or even give them a phone call to confirm that appointment. But really, our goal is to like really take this like essentially online digital traffic is kind of cold traffic. We're trying to warm them up and educate them as much as possible so that they're ready to have a conversation. Obviously, it's still up to you to sell them, and do what you do best. But our goal is to like, let's get these people ready to have that conversation. So that's essentially what we do. Any questions about any of that process?
no, no. And very seldom do I go and sit down in somebody's house and talk to them anymore.
Right.
But 95 point or 99.99% of the time, it's just done I do it online because all the companies are online pretty much now anyway,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So if the
Yeah, which
person
is
feels comfortable enough with you, then most of the time they'd rather do it that way.
right for sure. Yeah, and that's that. I mean, that obviously works well for us on the digital side, and we like to target at least province wide. Like, I don't like to go too much more narrow than that. So, if you want to do all of Nova Scotia, we could obviously kind of target just Nova
Well,
Scotia.
that's
Yeah,
what I do because like I say, I do most of it online anyway.
right. Yeah,
So
so we can
it
definitely do
works
that.
works well that way. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, I mean, we actually manage we have some like companies that we're actually partnered with that we actually manage their sales teams. So my goal really isn't just to like hand this lead off to you, but kind of help you manage this lead as good as possible as well. So we have some ways we can help out with that. Just to add, I guess, any lead you get that is like a fake phone number or hoax lead, or if they pick up the phone and they tell you to screw off, we replace that lead, no questions asked. The leads are exclusive also, so any lead you get from us will never be sold to anybody else. So again, really the
Right.
goal is the best quality we can get online. Again, they still need to be worked. They still require some work in terms of calling these leads up. Sometimes someone fills out a form and then they drop their kids off school and they get busy and they take a few phone calls. So that's
Yeah,
still a part of
that's
it.
right.
But yeah, we do our best to get them ready for that conversation.
Well, you can only do so much. Okay,
Right.
it's
Right.
so it
Um,
goes without saying some of them aren't going to be good, but you try and do what you can to make them as good as you can,
yeah,
right?
totally. Exactly.
Yeah. So what are we talking price wise?
So for final expense, we're $25 per lead. For term, we're $35 per lead. And so we have a few different options in terms of pricing. We usually like to do like a minimum order. So a lot of people start off just doing like they want to do one lead per day, and we do an order of 30 leads. Um, So you pay up front for 30 leads. We deliver those one a day over a month, or maybe one or two per weekday, essentially, throughout the month. Or we can even do a pay as you go option where you literally just pay per lead, but we charge an extra couple bucks on top of that.
Okay. All right. Can you send me this information? Like
Yeah,
email it to me?
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll
You
send you
have
a
my
recap.
email, right?
Yeah, let me confirm.
And how do we pay for this?
Credit card. So I can send you. I mean, I guess I'll ask you, would you be looking to start with final expense leads, and would you want to do kind of an order uh, of leads, and like what would kind of make sense for a trial for you?
Well, I'd want to do final expense, see what we
Yep.
can do with that.
Would you want to do 30? Start with 30?
Can I start with 20?
Yeah, we can do that. I'd be happy to do that for you. There's no like, yeah, whatever kind of works for you. I just want to make sure. Usually 20 is about the lowest I would go down to because I want to make sure,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have some time for a trial here. My like, in,
Is
you
um
know,
is this American or Canadian
that's
funds?
Canadian.
Oh, that's another good point. Okay.
Yeah, that is important, eh? Instead of being 38 Canadian. Yeah, it's 25 Canadian.
Okay. Good. Perfect. Okay, if you
Um,
can email this over to me and let me have a good gander at it, and then we'll go from there.
yeah,
Okay?
that sounds good. The only other thing I wanted to mention is when we do start this, just give me as much feedback as you can. So we'll send all these leads to a Google Sheet. We can also send them to your CRM, and we can have another call
Can
if
you
you
send
decide.
it? Are you able to send it to my email?
Yep, definitely. So we'll
Yeah,
have,
that's the way I've been doing it. And then what if we get things rolling half decent, then maybe I'll look at doing it another way. But I find email works pretty good.
yeah, whatever works for you is great for us. We'll have a Google Excel sheet that again, we just ask you make notes on that sheet and kind of let us know what's working because I mean I don't have any intention of just selling you 20 leads. I want this to be kind of a long-term partnership. So the more feedback you give me, the more I can kind of tweak things on my end to try and get you the
Okay.
best possible lead. So that's just an important note. I really want to get as much feedback from you as possible because yeah, we're
Okay.
looking
Perfect.
long term what we both want. So would appreciate that for sure.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Right on. Okay, thanks, Dow. I'll send you
All
that
right.
over.
Okay. Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
You too. Bye now.
Okay, guys. Hope you enjoyed that call. It was just on audio, obviously, but hopefully it was helpful. Hopefully you get some pointers just about it. It's just really a discovery call, right? We just want to see, where the problem spots are for our lead buyers and get some information. So hope you found that helpful. Again, there's lots more on our free Leadbase school. You can join in the description. We have tons of tutorials. We have tons of behind the scenes on how we build these brands and how our lead generation agency makes over $100,000 a month selling leads. And the best part is it's pretty easy to learn, guys. So join the free school, join the Bootcamp, which is $99 a month for now, guys. For now. It could be going up soon. It's been $99 for a long time, but we've hired on a lot of coaches. We brought in some crazy new training. New pros are coming in to teach stuff in the Bootcamp. It's the best $99 you'll ever spend, honestly. Instead of paying $10,000 to some other guru, you can get into the Bootcamp. It's all group coaching based. It's up to you how much you want to use it. And if you utilize it properly, you'll be like a lot of people who have been there for basically since the start of Leadbase and haven't left because they're getting tons of value because they're putting time into the group calls, into the material. They're learning from us and our agency, and they're learning from other people who are crushing it in lead gen. So join the bootcamp, and without further ado, I'm going to end the video there. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see in these videos, and thank you. Appreciate you guys.